Welcome to Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I am Gypsy Girl, here to bring you another reading for Capricorn. I thank you, Spirit, for protecting and keeping the collective safe. Capricorn, Four of Wands. Graduation, you've achieved, you are climbing. King of Swords. You're determined. You want to get into a relationship, or you want to take a relationship to a higher level. Here we have at the bottom of the deck that King of Cups. He's determined, very determined. That Ten of Pentacles coming into abundance. Two of Swords, reflecting is the word I wanted to say. Reflecting on what you want to do with your abundance, and the Hermit is separating this set of cards. So really thinking about your health, taking care of you. All right, let's see what we have here. The Star, your destiny, for healing, for paying attention to the future, wanting to make sure that you are okay, that you are set up right with your home and your money. Really protecting yourself, really taking care, being wise about who you speak to and what you say. Capricorn, you've come into money, you've come into abundance. Or you want to share what you have with someone and you have someone lined up. Ten of Wands says your burden has been put down. Three of Wands says you are looking at your future, you're changing the plans. Seven of Pentacles with the Page of Swords and the Three of Swords. So wanting to talk, wanting to invest, wanting to share with someone in the sense where you want to speak to someone, or you're waiting for someone to come to you. You want to offer them marriage. In some cases, we have the Judgment with our that's the Eight of Swords. Making a judgment call and holding it, not changing the mind or settling, not settling or wanting to settle. Again, we started with the Four of Wands. So let's see where we are. Ten of Pentacles. We did that. And then we have the Ace of Swords, the clarity. Again, you're looking at overcoming. What you've overcome, not so much overcoming, but you've already passed through. You're healing, your wisdom, you've acquired wisdom, you've acquired. That Four of Wands says that you have an understanding, that you are very aware of what has taken place, what you've been through. And here we see our Knight of Pentacles taking his time, setting himself up, having a new plan. We saw the King of Pentacles too. And of course, the Two of Swords is still showing as you're holding, you're reflecting is the word I said. You're reflecting, you're looking on what took place. Again, we're at the end of the month of June when I do this read. To carry us into the full moon coming up on the 11th of July. So this is not a July reading. This is sort of a recap on where you've been and throughout the month of June, and of course prior to, depending on your situation, circumstances have changed, or you've come into, like I saw, you've come into a bit of abundance, something has come into fruition, you're planning, making plans on what you want to do with what you have received. Capricorn, you're just taking your time, which is good. And we're going to look at where you headed with the full moon coming in. And of course, we're still early days. This is the 29th of June when I do this. So we're still early days into the new moon. So you are manifesting. If you are, it's a good time to do so. I'm using the Stained Glass Tarot. Don't know why my words are just lost. All of a sudden we have the King of Pentacles separating with our Page of Pentacles. So really focused on what you want. You already know what you want. It's a question of putting it out, stepping up and taking action. Because here it's planning. You've got your focus. You have a plan and you're focused on what you want to do with what money you have acquired, if you have, and what money you have already. You want to see where you want to invest, or you're looking into where you want to invest. The Stained Glass Tarot by James Howard, Two of Pentacles with the Seven of Pentacles. Again, it's all about the money and abundance, and it doesn't have to be only money. It's what you call abundance, self-sufficiency, serious, very serious about the money. Every time I look at this card, she takes on a different face. Here she's not so angry as I saw her with Aquarius. Now she's softening up a little bit, being very self-sufficient, really working with reflection, you know, thinking about holding back, being prudent, not wanting to splurge because of a sense of lack, because of either being treated like she didn't belong. And I say she because it's a feminine, it's the feminine aspect. If you are a male watching this, doesn't mean I'm talking only about women here. It's your emotional connection to finance or abundance in general, meaning your well-being, your home, your family. That connection to mother. Queen of Swords is where you are being more discerning and cutting losses if you have any. Just give me a second. I have to cough. Sorry about that. Capricorn. Got a hair in my throat. Probably having trouble talking, or really wanting to say something and it's not being allowed out. Here we have Two of Pentacles. So the Nine of Pentacles is where your independence is coming in, and that's where we see our Queen of Pentacles and bringing things back into the balance, or bringing things back on even ground. Three of Wands and the Ten of Swords, putting an end to something. You're seeing an end, or your future is taking on a whole different direction than where you've been, and you're thinking, or you're getting the truth about what was, or you're talking to people is about future, or your future, or you're just thinking about your future, wanting to see an end to deceit, lies, and such. I don't know, I just picked it up like that. Let's see what's here. Here we have commitment. See, there was with that Ten of Swords and the commitment card, it's showing that there was deceit. Conversations are coming about. You will be speaking in the future to someone that maybe put you out or cut you off. And here we have the Four of Pentacles with the Chariot. So you're saving to move on. The decision that you've come to about your future is to really move from where you are. You want to take that step forward. I have to stop doing that, trying to shuffle the deck. Page of Swords with our Seven of Pentacles. So again, you're really gathering information. Information is coming to you about a new beginning. Somebody wants to probably start something with you. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. You're going to have conversations about where you want to go for your future. And you're not doing it easily. Apparently, maybe the conversations that are coming up are not so friendly, in the sense where if someone is trying to take advantage or help you decide, you might want to back down from that, because when I just put the cards together, it didn't feel easy. It felt a bit difficult there. I think I was saying that I'm using the Stained Glass Tarot by James Howard. And the Oracle deck is our Adriana Ayales with our Herbal Astrology for healing. Again, that's physical, emotional, mental, spiritual healing. And this card just let go for the Nine of Pentacles. So you're working on something here. You're looking at your independence more than anything, and it's satisfaction with the work that you've done, and you want to share. You're looking at probably inheritance for some of you that may have come to you, or you've done some work and it's paid out, and you're protecting. You want to protect that money or that abundance, because it doesn't have to be money for everybody, but what you've received is worth. The worth is for you. It's sentimental. You want to protect it, whatever it is. That's why you're holding back. You're not really talking to anybody about what you received. You're keeping it to yourself, in the sense where you don't want to put, again, the deck is really giving that sense of conservatism. You're just protecting what you have. And by all means, Capricorn, you have to, because you've been you've been through a lot. You've come through that sense of lack where you didn't have, or you were struggling to have, and now you're protecting what you have, and that's okay. That's okay, because that's what June brought you. June brought you results on time spent working hard to achieve. You received something. Now you are determining what you want to do with it, but you're not sharing as much. You're not sharing. I'm going to cut one time here. And it's not because you're being selfish. It's more, again, I keep saying protection. You see the value in what you have. Here we start off with the Seven of Wands. So your integrity is intact, and you're keeping it like that. You're not, I don't want to say you're not giving in, but it's more of you're not allowing other people to come and step on you. You have the higher ground. You're self-sufficient. You have what it takes. That's, oh boy, another 7. Okay, so there's a healing going on here. Again, with, you see, the 6 of Wands is a victory that you just came into, okay? You just succeeded at something in the month of June, and now you're moving into July, but this is not a July read. This will be classified as an end of June read. This will go into the full moon, and I am coming back to do the July reads, okay? This is not you not getting your June reading. What you're getting is the end of June, sort of captivating what went on, not just what went on, but what brought you to where you are right now, because this is where you are right now. You're right now on the higher ground, in your integrity. You're ready for anything because of where you've been, because of what you've been through. That success, that what you have achieved, has put you in a position where you can see for miles. You see your future, you see your past, you see what the pitfalls were that you went through. You have a view of who or what could be coming, and you are prepared for an attack. Patience. investments, fruition, more success is your well, it would be the challenge. What's challenging you is, are you patient? Are you going, well, you are, because you're Capricorn. Saturn is your ruler. So if you are not patient, then you need to look into that. But you know you are, and you are exercising patience because you are ready for anything. And what is to come is more abundance is to come your way because of what you've been through, what you've done. And it's a question of when, not if, because this is a guarantee that whatever you have put out is going to come back to you. So if your effort was worthy, then this will go into fruition. And if it was less than worthy, then you'll have a stalemate. Now, again, this is a general read, so I don't see this as being a stalemate for anybody in particular or on the collective, because Capricorn, you just came into some success, again, with the Six of Wands prior to this 7. You have succeeded at something, and now you're on the higher ground. You have the upper hand. That's why this card will take on more abundance or patience depending on your situation as a general read. Above you is the Four of Pentacles. So it's really what you want to do next is where your mind is, and protecting what you have. You're not willing to open up and share. And that is because of you taking the higher ground, because of what you've been through as experiences in the negative were for you during the month of June, or coming into the month of June, where you had to reckon with, and now you're realizing that the best thing for you to do is to hold back, not spend, because you want to invest and because you are uncertain what your future will hold, because you can't see. I mean, you can see, but it's what you're seeing is making you want to hold back as future goes, because you need to protect yourself. You feel that you should. You feel that you have to. You're going with your instinct. Huh? The Four of Pentacles above you is that conservative measure that you're just naturally prone to because of Saturn ruling you. You may want to look into where your Mars is, because this would represent Mars slowing down. That could mean that it's in Cancer, if for some of you, if you have Mars in Cancer, or if you are could be the 10th house too. For some of you, if your Mars is in your 10th house, this could mean that you're really conservative as a type in your personality, and that's a natural. It's a natural process for you when you have, or when you come into, you decide, okay, I need to put money aside. I need to hold from spending. I need to make sure all bases are covered, bills are paid, etc. You're looking at really putting the money where it needs to go, rather than splurging and having shopping sprees if you've come into some. The Nine of Swords in the ground, in the ground. Nine of Swords in the ground. Sorry about that. No, Nine of Swords in the root of this read is just saying that, you know, you've overcome what was, where you were worried about finances, or where you were worried about your future or health even, you're not worried anymore. You're more on the level of, okay, I know I need to take care of myself, and now I can, and I'm putting my efforts there, because you're thinking about everything. Again, you're being conservative. You don't want to see failure in your endeavors, and you've been through so much failure in your lifetime, within the last 6 months even. You've seen the difficulty, and you've been worried, and it is because of your worry that you become more prudent. So it's not that I'm saying that your worrying is a good thing. It's just to say that because you, Capricorn, take on everything seriously, you're taking what you've been through very seriously, and you're not, again, this is why you're taking the higher ground. Whatever you've come into, you're not forgetting what you've been through in order to receive what you have now. And this is where your conservative attitude is stepping up, and it is going hand in hand here, where you're not splurging because you are concerned about what you have and what your investments are going to bring. You're not gambling with anything. You're not, you're looking from a higher level here. You're really watching out for your future. Wow. It's just, I just did Aquarius, and you have the same card in the same place. So again, you've come into being in control of what you have, or you've come into money. This Nine of Pentacles says that you have succeeded. Whatever work you've done is paid out. You just received. You've come into some. I mean, you have quite a bit of pentacles going on here, so you're worried that you'll have to pay out, or there was always that worry that you were having to pay out and that you wouldn't have enough, but you know you do, because the cards are just exploding with pentacles here. You know you have enough because the work that you did is showing that you've coming into fruition. You taking the higher ground in the past is bringing you abundance. More money, or abundance depending, is coming your way. Recognition for what you have done is showing. It's being recognized. Whatever efforts, the control that you've taken, the stand on being, for some, a responsible parent is showing, and you're coming into being recognized for it. People want to give you. You see? This is like investments paying out for you. Whatever you put into is coming back in boons, because you're going to be able to relax. You're going to be able to retire and not have, oh boy, more pentacles are showing. A new plan is in the works. Like your focus is, because he has a plan, eh? He knows what he wants. And I say he because it's the masculine energy. Whether you're a woman or a man watching this, it's not gender sensitive. This read is so open to just what is happening, or what has already happened, rather than pinpointing male, female, this is happening to you. No, this is general, to the point where, man or woman, if you are focused on your money, you are Capricorn. Capricorn is all about making money flow, building empires, legacies, protecting and caring for family. Capricorn, your struggle is worthy of abundance coming to you, and you know that deep down inside. Is why you put your effort out there. Even if you fail, you don't give up. You keep your integrity intact. You have been keeping your integrity intact. Your worry is not in vain. Your worry is what fuels your drive to keep your integrity intact. You're going to have enough that you can make new plans, that you can stay focused on the plans that you've already made. You're just baffled by all these pentacles, honestly. The future card here is the Page of Pentacles, and this is really working with your ideas, really wanting to put something forward, and it's the spark, it's the beginning, it's like an ace. And this is happening by the full moon. This is so new. This is like, this has no, I would say it's an Aries type card, because it's really all about focusing on what you want and not being distracted. So it's not that it's the month of Aries for Aries. It's more of the next new moon. So we're really looking at July here in this card, where you'll be able to start something new, or just put the focus on what you want. Oh my goodness, you and Aquarius, eh? Just maybe you want to watch Aquarius, because they have the same card in the same place. You're graduating, or you graduated, or you've reached the same level of another person, or you are thinking your focus is on building up your family, or building a family, marriage, celebration of any kind. You're really looking at what you want for the future. Again, it's the Three of Wands building up to the Seven again with the Four. And you're dealing with someone who wants to change, or is looking for a change, wanting to probably invest with you in change. Could be the person that you want to get into business with, have a contract with, make a new contract. You want to change the contract. They want to change the contract. If you're worried about protecting what you have, maybe this is where you will make changes to your financial, I don't want to say will, but that's the word that's coming in. Your financial achievement has brought you to the point where you need to make a will, or you are thinking about your family's future, that you will make changes. This is unknown to you, but this is change in itself, meaning that you will make change, or someone is coming in to work with you that will change your life, change your direction, change the focus. It is up to you to agree or not with the changes that are going to be put forward. The desire is, oh my gosh, it's uncanny. I think it was the Ace of Wands that Aquarius had in this position, where, or it could be another sign. Here you have the Ace of Pentacles. So the worry of not having the home, not settling into a place or being able to settle into a place is what you are fearful of, that you won't have a home. But it's not that you won't get it. It's more of it's going to take a long time to come in. But then you are used to having things take a long time. The desire in itself is to either make an offer or to have a home, because I get the strong feeling of a house in this this card, where what you want is to have your own home. It's quite possible that some of you are not able to own your own home, and that's something that you really want. Again, I need to cough. Just a second. Sorry about that. I think somebody doesn't want me to talk about something here. It's just your read that I'm getting this. And it seems like I'm having trouble. It's not moving. It's not moving. It's not flowing. It's bucking. And that's how I felt with the cards too. When I was shuffling the cards, now it's in my throat and it's weird. Capricorn, if you are being conservative, and you should, because the negativity that is hovering, you see, protection, protection, protection. You are so protected that the forces that are negative, that want to come around you, I'm feeling it in my reading. This is the first one where it's so silent. The 13 here, again, with the protection. You have so much change come in, and you already know it. You already feel it. Your concerns have put you back up, that you know that you need to defend yourself. You know that you need to protect what you have. You know that you need to be conservative with what you give to others. You already know that, and this is where your focus is really strong. You're looking for that sense of sanctuary. That's the home. That's the home that you desire, a place that you can call sanctuary. That is what this Nine of Pentacles represents more than anything. It's a place where you feel very comfortable. So much so that you have to venture out to see problems. There's no problems within these walls. The traditional Nine of Pentacles is just that. It's a beautiful princess, and she's got her little falcon, and she's dressed up really pretty, and she's got brick walls that are really high going around, and she doesn't go past the gate because she knows that outside those walls is where all the trouble and chaos is. But inside those walls, everything is just bliss, happiness, peace, tranquility. And that is what you are desiring here to have. The 13 is an odd card to end a reading on, simply because it represents the major change that's coming, and it's an evolutionary change. It's your life is changing, basically. There's change from the outside that's influencing you, or will be influencing you, or trying to influence you. And then there's evolutionary change, because it is your destiny. The contemplation that you are having, that reflection, that I started off with is back here with our Page of Swords. So now we have 3 of Swords. There's disappointment. There is overcoming that sense of indecision where you will choose because you have enough information, or you're gathering information. And then we have another Knight of Wands, wanting to take that risk, wanting to move, wanting to travel, wanting to move around and see where to go and have this bliss, or be able to afford this bliss, because wanting to purchase a home is for some. And again, higher ground, looking out further, wanting change, seeking out someone who can help you to change where you live, and really making the effort to go that way, allow for this change to happen. Again, it's inevitable and you can't stop this. This is definitely destiny just at your doorstep. And then we see the 6 of Swords. So that 9 becomes the 6, where you moving into ease. And here you go with the healing of Temperance and following what you love, and really getting past that this is always the same. You see, because now we have the 5 here. We're moving from the 4 to the 5 and going to the 7 with our 2 of Cups. Having that commitment, and then the 2 of Wands, where plans, new plans. See, we have the 3 of Wands here. And then we're coming in with the 2 of Wands to make that 5, which would be that deliberation on, well, you know, do I go? Do I stay? Where do I move? Do I want that to go there? And it's deliberating in the mind about what you really want and going after it, because this 3 of Cups here could be a reconciliation with family, or just celebrating quietly within, knowing that your mind is at ease because whatever you were worrying about is no longer a hindrance, because you have done what you needed to do. And now that cycle is going to be over. Your life is going to change on a level that is completely different, because that's what this card brings in, the 13. You're no longer in a particular status. You change your status. And it's not just to say, well, you're going to be a millionaire. For some, maybe, because there's a lot of pentacles here. We have the 9 of Pentacles, which is like pure happiness. It's the bliss of not having to worry about money. Wherein the 4 of Pentacles, we're always worrying about money. We go from the 4 to the 9. Here we have the 7 of Pentacles. This is investments coming in abundance. This is like boons. Here we already have our man of money. He's just made of money. For some, you could have met the man of money and they want to offer you marriage, change your life, give you a home, give you a whole new status. Again, it's personal. It could be you that's decided I'm putting my money where I want to be happier, and all of what I had to do and what I'm doing is to protect my legacy, my future. I have future plans on making more money with what I have. The struggle that I've been through has paid me some boons that I can take that money and really put it where I can have more and build something, have a foundation, set up a foundation, literally, or be the foundation to my next home, so that I can literally own my own space, and my life will change because I'm putting that out there. Again, manifestation is now with this read. If you've already manifested, it's coming in. This is within the next full moon that you will see that manifestation come to fruition, which would be in the middle of when I say the middle of, by the full moon of July, by the 11th. So take it as it resonates, but your work, your efforts are paying off. And if anybody is trying to stop you, well, you're aware of it. That's why I'm picking up, or was picking up, that negativity. But you overcome that. You've overcome it already. You know who I'm talking about. And they can't touch you. Even if they try, you already see them coming. What is the Herbal Astrology Oracle message? This is for healing. Again, you've seen that. We've seen that Temperance card. Where is it? Here she is. The Temperance card with the Six of Swords. So for the mind, easing the mind and being able to follow your heart and actually place or make that offer for those of you who are actually looking to introduce marriage or build a family, wanting that, worried that that wouldn't happen for you, whether it's your age or just never falling on the right person. That's going to happen. You're going to meet somebody, or you've already met them and you know who you want to be with. What is the herbal message? Or I keep saying the herbal. What is the oracle message for Capricorn? Thank you, Spirit. Choosing them at random. Look at that, the poppy. Oh, it's the cover of the book. Oh, it's nice. Dream. Dream. Listening to your dreams. Neptune. And then we have Saturn. Dreams coming true. Giving yourself that, that allowance to go with the dream. It's a wild dream. It's beyond my dreams. Money beyond your dreams. I'm putting it down. Let's see. That's 41. Let's see where that brings us. 41. Capricorn. It's good news. You're on the right path. You're going there. You're not stopping. Here we go. Mystery of dream time. The great unknown. Breaking addictive habits. Releasing unhealthy relationships. Aligning to new intentions. So again, what you manifest is coming your way if you already have. Building that foundation for your future. Your life is going to change because you know what you want. He knows what he wants. This King of Pentacles. Maybe you might want to listen to Aquarius, because Aquarius had this card here and this one here too, and I'm not sure. I think he had the Knight, the Page. Could be the Page or the Knight. Either way, it was an ace. He had an ace. Aquarius had the Ace of Wands, maybe. But I'm just thinking, if you are dealing with an Aquarius, or if you have Aquarius strong in your chart, it'd be good for you to listen, because somehow it's connected, I find. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. The reverse here is the lost in the labyrinth, confusion as to what is real, materialism, addiction, unintentionality, obsession, temptation. Again, you just knowing, that was probably what was that energy coming around, being that you would go off into, I can do what I want, and then you just go the other way, not be conservative, and bring in your wildest dreams and fears into reality by splurging, whatever you call abundance. But I don't see that. That's why I'm not seeing the reverse, but I read it just because it's seems to have that Neptune attached to it, and that's your mind. With our Nine of Swords, maybe you are worried about not being able to be conservative, or that you have to deal with people who are leeching off of you or want to leech off of you if they find out that you have what you have acquired. The earliest references to poppies are found in the ancient land of Summer, located in what is now Iraq and Kuwait. Some Sumerians. Oh. Yeah, Sumerians grew poppies all the way back in 3400 BC and cultivated the plant for both its medicinal and recreational use as opium, calling it, is that a hulgil or the joy plant? The euphoria-inducing plant quickly became a staple of cross-continent trading. It first gained influence in Assyria and ancient Egypt. Eventually, it was one of the most important and profitable products being transported in the famous Silk Road across much of Asia. Civilizations rose and fell, but poppy remained in many traditions. By the early 1800s, this unassuming flower led to mass addiction and the Opium Wars. In 1806, morphine was isolated from the poppy and named for the Greek god of sleep, Morpheus. Because of its sleep-inducing properties, it was hailed as a godsend with its extraordinary ability to numb any pain, no matter how severe. Next came codeine, another powerful pain reliever. Pharmaceutical companies began to manufacture heroin from poppies. It was indeed a popular medicine for a long time before its addictive properties were brought to light. Now it's listed as one of the most harmful drugs in the world, even though to this day its raw material is used to manufacture dozens of pharmaceutical drugs. Food for thought there. All right, let's look at the guidance, because again, it's all about your dream, what you want to fulfill, and your wildest dreams can come true because of what you've acquired, and what you are dreaming about is coming into reality. If it is that you really want a new home, you're going to have one. If it is that you want to get into a solid relationship, you're going to have one. Your life is changing on a drastic level, that you are going to experience the bliss, and your worries are going to end. The guidance that comes here from this poppy card. Poppy's piercing dual nature and history are closely representative to that of the Devil card in the tarot. Wow. The Devil represents the darkness of material obsession, addiction, and pursuit of false ideals for the sake of vanity and personal gain. The constructs of this reality, Saturn, have enabled a contorted darkness that does not belong to the soul signature of this divine flower, Neptune. Look deeper through the lens of her beauty to find that she embodies the mystical magic of the dream time, the place of unbound potential, where we regenerate daily and commune with the divine. Be aware that excess and abuse of mystical powers or substances means that you'll likely end up lost in her dark labyrinth. Break the temptation and addiction to thought patterns and experience I'll read it again. Break the temptation and addiction to thought patterns and experiences that lead to escapism and empty intentions, and align to the light found within the mystical darkness found in the dream time. On that note, Capricorn, I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Until our next read, love and light.